Do you actually hate marketing or are you just exhausted from censoring yourself? Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm excited that you're here. If you're coming back, welcome back. My name is Cera. I'm a certified life and business coach. I help heart-centered service providers, creatives, and spiritual practitioners build the lives and businesses of their dreams. And I want to talk to you about one of the most common blocks, stuck points, blind spots, sticky places I see with my clients when it comes to marketing their work. So most of the people I work with are brilliant at the thing they do. This was me too. I'm really good at the things I do. I had spent so much time getting certified in all of these different modalities that I was interested in, things I was passionate about, right? So maybe you have the same experience. You went to school for something, you've spent years training at something, you've perfected a skill set or a craft. You're really good at the thing you do. And you decide, I want to have a business doing this. This is all I want to do all day, every day. I just want to get paid for it. I don't want to work for anyone else. I want time freedom. I want financial freedom. And I just want to do the thing I love all day. So I'm going to start a business doing the thing I love. All of it makes sense. All of it's a fantastic idea. What most of us find when we get started is that all of this time we've spent getting really, really good at what we do, we were not spending learning anything about business. I didn't go to business school. I'm sure you didn't go to business school if you're here watching this. Maybe you did. But many of us did not get any training in business, in how to run a business, in business accounting, in marketing, in finance. Like we just don't, that's not what we were doing. We were getting good at the thing we do, our actual vocation. And so we get into business, and now there's all this stuff that we may not even really particularly enjoy, but needs to be done in order for us to be able to have the thing we really want, which is to do the thing we want for a living. Marketing tends to be the main thing in that category of shit people do not want to do and do not want to deal with when they're starting out in their small business. They're like, I don't want to do this. I wish someone would come handle this for me. How do I get clients? I wish that clients would just find my, like I put up a website, where are the clients? I sent an email about things, where are the clients? I don't want to be salesy. This all freaks me out. I don't know how to do it. And like I feel uncomfortable at it, and all of it feels really forced and yucky, right? If this is resonating to you, I want you to know you are so not alone. This is some of the most common stuff that I encounter in my clients. And marketing is an unavoidable part of business. And if you have a very small business and you're just starting, your business is only you, and you're not starting with funding, it's unlikely that you're going to hire a marketing expert right out the gate to come in and run your marketing for you. Usually, solopreneurs, we are every department, right? I am marketing, I'm HR, I'm employee of the month, I'm the janitor. It's all me. And I'm sure that in your business, it's all you. Not anymore. I have a small team. But when you're just starting out, you are every department. And first of all, I want to say there's just a big learning curve that has to happen in business. For most of us, there is a ton of stuff to learn that we do need to learn. And that's okay. You are a smart person who's capable of learning new things, even things that you're like, I wish I didn't have to learn this. Like, I wish I didn't have to know anything about business taxes, but I do. And so I've got to learn that. And I have to accept that there will be a learning curve and there's just stuff I need to learn. Rather than resisting that, wishing it wasn't true, if I want to have a business, there's things I need to learn about business. If I want to walk into any new arena, there are things I'm going to need to learn about what it means to be there. And so accepting that there's just a lot to learn is important. Sometimes when I see clients encounter this, like there's just a lot of stuff to learn, what actually happens is that they use it to beat themselves up for not knowing. So they're like, I feel like I should know all of this already, and I'm beating myself up and telling myself I'm just not good at business or I'm not cut out for this because I don't know how to do these things. This usually indicates that you have this feeling that business knowledge is just like inherited or ascribed, and some people have it and some people don't. It's not like that. It's not like singing voice. It's not like something you have to be born with. you can learn everything that you need to learn about business. Are there some people who maybe have more of a knack for it, are more naturally inclined to it, like business itself as a hobby, and therefore have more energy for it? Sure. But no one just magically knows all of this stuff. Everyone has to learn it from somewhere. And so it's okay to not know. You can figure it out. You're holding a supercomputer in your hand half of the day. There's so much to find out. You can learn all of this stuff. And the next thing is that it's simply skill building. And this is another part that I think is a hard pill to swallow. But the way you got good at the thing that you do is that you spent tens of thousands of hours practicing doing it because you loved it. There is no way to get great at marketing without practicing marketing, which means you're gonna have to suck in public for a little while you practice. And here's where we get into where I started this video. Do you actually hate marketing, or are you just exhausted from censoring yourself? A lot of us, and I'm not exempt from this, have a very difficult time sucking in public. If you're new around here, you may not know that I'm a dancer and a choreographer, and I've been dancing my whole life. And one of the things that I love the most about dance is that it is so incredibly humbling, and there is no escaping having to suck in public. I've been dancing for 37 years, 38 years, a long ass time, almost my entire life. And I still have classes where I cry because it's so hard and it's so humbling and it is so challenging to the ego to have to stand in a room of other people and not be good at something while wearing spandex in front of floor to ceiling mirrors. That is not too different from what it feels like to go on the internet and make videos or write posts and carousels and captions to create reels and to be unskillful. It is challenging for the ego more than anything else. It's not damaging your business. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to ruin everything if you make some bad marketing. And there's just no avoiding it. If you're starting a podcast, you're going to have to get 100 episodes out before you're like, hey, I'm really good at podcasting and I understand it. I have a flow for it. I have a knack for it. I have systems. I know what works and what doesn't. I get what gets me downloads and what doesn't. There's no avoiding that your first 10 are probably going to suck. That's just what's going to happen. If you're new on YouTube and you're starting to make YouTube videos, your first videos are probably going to suck. And there's just no avoiding that. Or even if they don't suck, they will not be as skillful as the videos that you make when you're hitting 100 videos or 500 videos or 1,000 videos. You will get better by doing it, and you have to do it in public. And this is the part that most people are trying to shy away from, because what most people want deep down is to only go public with things that they feel are perfect and polished and representative of what they think their business is on the inside. And we just want it to be good because we care. And that's super valid. It's valid, it's real, it's important. And what we have to come to terms with is that it's not reality. There is no way for you to practice marketing without practicing marketing. There is no way for you to test content and see what works with your audience without sharing content and seeing what works with your audience. And this really gets into deeper work about not taking things personally and being comfortable being disliked or being cringy or having people think you're weird. That's inner game work that we can definitely deal with and will have to. But a lot of the time what's happening is this feeling that not only does it have to be perfect and polished and well put together in order for us to feel comfortable sharing it, all of it is about how we think other people are perceiving us and trying to manage other people's perceptions, which is not our job. You do not have to manage other people's perceptions of you, and is actually impossible. You can do as much as you want, but people are going to perceive you the way they're going to perceive you, which is based on their lens and their life experience. And there's very little that you can do about that. we can try, right? But we really have no control over that. And so when we are feeling like we're hesitant about marketing, marketing is hard, marketing is overwhelming, I don't want to do it. What I frequently find when I start talking to my clients is that they have an idea of how it's supposed to be. And that idea either comes from watching other people. Maybe they have taken a course, maybe they've done some study about like how to have an aesthetic Instagram grid. They've done some studying that has led them to believe that effective marketing looks a certain way, and it has to be. And now we get into insert words you think you're not. It has to be polished. It has to be professional. It has to be polite. It has to be well constructed. It has to have lots of edits. It has to have really good camera quality. The grammar has to be perfect, right? Whatever it is that you've told yourself is something that marketing needs to be in order to be successful. And they are qualities that you don't feel like you possess, or you don't feel like you possess them naturally. So you can do them if you work at them, which means all of your marketing then becomes really labored and really hard. And you can't just pop on Instagram, open your stories, go on video and say, hey, everybody, I have this offer. It's opening on this day. Here's who it's for. I'd love to see you there. If you have any questions, DM me, because that's not real marketing, or that's not allowed, or that's too casual, or no one's going to respond to that. Whatever the beliefs you are that you have about why that's too casual or wouldn't work. Instead, every single thing that you put out either has hours and hours of labor and effort behind it, or you don't put anything out at all because you don't feel like you have the energy in the moment to give something hours and hours of labor. So your marketing may happen in fits and starts during times where conditions are perfect and you're so energized and you're so awake and you have so many ideas and your brain's really turned on, and the house is quiet and all the dishes are done and nothing is a mess and the moon is just right in the sky. Then you can make content and share it. And you still may labor over it excessively and go back and look over and over and over and over again to see how people are responding to it and feel nervous about it, but you did it. And then any day that those conditions aren't met, you're just not sharing anything because you don't have all this energy to give your marketing. This is self-censorship. These are limiting beliefs about what people will and won't respond to, about what is and isn't allowed, about what will be successful and what won't be successful. And I can almost guarantee you, you have entirely made them up. And you probably for good reasons, right? But they're not necessarily real. The idea that people won't buy from you if you cuss, or if you don't wear makeup, or if you're really casual, or if you have an accent, or if you don't have a really nice camera or great lighting, or all these things, they are probably made up. The thing that is going to get you the best marketing results in your business, bar none, world without end, amen, is consistency. That's it, and that's all. You don't necessarily have to have the best, most polished marketing content in the whole world, but if you're showing up consistently every day or at least several days a week and saying, hey, I'm here, my business is open, here are the things that I have and you can buy them. Hey, here's the thing I noticed my clients struggle with. Here's how I help clients with this. Contact me. If you're doing that regularly, you are going to A, build skill with doing the thing and become more skillful more quickly, and B, build brand awareness and start getting traction because people will start knowing you for being the person who shows up and says, hey, this is what I do. This is the only way to bridge this gap. It is simply to show up and let yourself be seen. And so if you notice that you struggle with marketing, that you think it's really hard, that you think it's really difficult, that you think it's something that you need an expert to do, or you just find it exhausting and overwhelming, you don't want to do it, my question to you is, are there things you're telling yourself that you have to be, or that marketing has to be, that you feel like you are not, or that you feel like it's really hard for you to do? What are those things? Where did you learn that you had to be this way for your marketing to be successful? Or where did you learn that marketing has to be this way in order for marketing to be successful? And what if you didn't do those things? What if you allowed yourself to drop it and show up exactly as you are? What would you do then? What if you were inviting yourself to think of marketing as two things? One, creative play, and two, skill building and experimentation. Creative play, skill building, and experimentation. That's all it is. What sounds creative? What sounds fun? What would be a fun, exciting, creative way for me to share this information, right? If that's too much, what's a straightforward, direct way for me to share this information as myself and do that as an experiment and as practice? And can I keep doing that and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it until I start getting feedback organically about the results? And that feedback will be one of two things. One is people are saying, speak up, I can't hear you, or I love that you wear that color, or oh my gosh, it's so refreshing to hear someone say that, or oh my gosh, I love your accent, or the way that you put this really put things in perspective for me, or people start buying, right? Like those are the types of feedback that we're looking for to let us know, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm doing things, right? Maybe you'll get a comment that someone's like, your videos are really dark. And you're like, okay, I know. I will buy a ring light. Let me take the step. Let me invest further in this thing that I say is important to me. But the only way to start getting feedback is to create enough that people can see you and giving yourself the opportunity to get that feedback. Those are some things for you to marinate on. I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments. If this was an aha for you, I would love to hear if you're willing to share. What are the things that you've told yourself, I have to market like this in order to be successful? And what would it look like for you to let go of those things or give them up? Could you try? All right, that's it and that's all. Thank you for being here today. Oh, make sure while you're here, before I go, that you like, that you share, that you subscribe, that you do all the things that helps this channel grow. If this has been helpful for you, that's how we be in reciprocity in our little YouTube community. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. I don't just want to talk to myself on here. I do want to talk to you. So taking the time to talk back to me really helps. All right, now that's it. Okay, love you. Bye.